Yeah, good morning. Blessed love to each and everyone. In my view, GRUNG TV group. Yeah, topic of the morning, the triangle for the main three factors of crime in Jamaica. I would start off by saying political. Political is one of the biggest factor of crime in Jamaica because I think one of the biggest thing in Jamaica, Jamaicans get too emotionally attached to any one party. If I was a politician, if I was into politics like voting and all that type of stuff, I would support whichever party is in power that is making something positive happen for Jamaica. If you're doing good, I will vote for you. I don't care if you're JLP, PNP, or whatever you are. If you're doing good, I'm gonna vote for you because I want to see the country continue to do good. If you're doing bad, then you have to go. It's as simple as that. But people get so emotionally attached to one particular party that no matter how good the opposition party is doing, they don't see the good. They overlook it because they're attached to the other party emotionally, even though they both have the ups and the downs. But whichever one is in power and is doing good, that's the one I would support continuously because I want to see my country succeed continuously. Secondly, I would say economically, that's another big factor in Jamaica. And that's a big part of the crime and violence because what happens is everybody feels as if it's so difficult to get a job, it's so difficult to start a business, and in some cases it is. But some of the time you have an idea, you just keep it to yourself, and most of the time you feel as if, okay, this is my idea, I'm not going to try and share it with nobody else, and you can't see your own blind spots, so you don't even know where you're going wrong. If you network and you try to open up and say, listen, I have this idea, you pitch your idea to the right people and say, listen, I have this idea, I want to start a business, I want to go forward, I want to do some investment. How do you think I should go about it? Because none of us have all the answers. We can all learn from each other. So that's another problem that we don't really do in Jamaica. And then the culture. Our culture, that's the third part. Our culture has shifted so far to the left that, trust me, the type of people that we have now representing our culture and influencing our children, that is a major, major, major disadvantage in Jamaica right now. Because the things that our children are influenced by now and look up to, that's what's steering Jamaica down a very, very dark road. So those are my three top reasons for crime and violence in Jamaica: the politics, our culture, and the economic side of Jamaica.
Okay, so we have a lot of views here with regards to crime and violence and the many different factors which contributes to that. And I see where a lot of people has brought up some very good points and with regards to socioeconomic situation, poverty. But I guess when the question was posed, sometimes we have to put forth solutions. And I think Barefoot had said something about he was talking about like coming together and adapting, see one youth who we really want progress, we really want to do something and see if we can try with them because that each one help one situation, like who is in the position to do it. Can we start talking about some solutions and address what he had stated about helping youths or trying to those who really want to help, because we do have some really good children in the ghetto. We do. So, what you want to say about that?
Marcus, them are three in the same thing, Bad governance is corrupt governance and greedy governance, it's the same, You know what I mean? And it's sad to say, but what? We are independence 50 something years, and this country is going down the hole since the 60s. This has not changed. Just to think about it, since the 60s. Wow. The guy from Maryland, I go skip past this and never answer, but somebody had nip me every minute to say, answer, say something. So let me say, the triangular crime. Crime is a business. So if you don't understand what that mean, what that mean and what that stand for, it is a business. Black market is a booming, thriving business. Okay, People spend more money for everything. Now, we are going to look at three basic aspects. Okay? The facilitators, the providers, and the victim. Okay? Black markets facilitate the guns, the ammo. Okay? That black market. The beneficiary from black market is the persons who are pushing it. The middle, the higher class versus the lower class. And the higher class take a lower class person, make him be the middleman. So him is the fall guy at all time. Okay? Now, the victims are always the ones who are either the contributor to the violence, which means they either stand up against it or they fall in the path where it, the violence blew across. So we go look at a inner city, for example. Anything from Marybone's corner, go cross, right? If you draw a line, you go cross to the hills and go all the way down. Okay? It don't affect Narbrook, it don't affect Cherry Garden, it don't affect Jacksonville, it don't affect Beverly Hills. But it affects everywhere else down that side. And how they set it up, and how they triangulate, and how they pushed it. The beneficial crimes are again the lawyers, the private doctors, the um the police inspectors. Those people benefit from crimes. The ones who pay the price are the poorer class. The politicians benefit from crimes. Okay? Now, how you're gonna prevent it is a whole new than a different aspect. I won't touch that, but I'm touching these aspects. Okay? Look at that AK-47 rifle. $2,000 US. But when it comes to Jamaica, an AK-47 is selling for anywhere between 300 and 400,000 Jamaican dollars. All right, and that's just a top hand aspect, because you can literally go to a gun store, right? You can go to any one of the like the gun show that can buy AK-47 for $700-800, but I give you a top price at 2,000 US dollars. Why? Because the facilitators, if you're buying X amount of weapons, you need to have certain, I need to have a reason. I can just go buy one gun, but now you want to buy 5 6 guns, so you have to facilitate. Then you go to the black market. The black market person go and charge you 2 times the price. Okay, so now you're $1,400 up for a rifle. Okay, then by the time you to pack it, ship it, export it, bribe off, pay off, name it, you are $2,000. Now that $2,000 now becomes 3,000 US dollars by the time it reaches Jamaica and to be sold, or whatever personal reason you need it for. Right? Okay? Alright. Now the ammunition costs money, and it's the same process. Who benefit from these things? And you go back to the same levels of people. The shippers who ship it in the country, whether they go eat it, whether they go pick it up, pretend a fish them a catch and I bring in fishes, and it's the same process, and the process continue over and over, and it has not changed. It has not stopped. It has not divert or anything. It has continued on that same path. The issues that we have to look at and focus on as a country is how we're going to stop this. How we're going to protect the people that we need to be protected. The government doesn't care about us, right? Especially this government, they don't care about us. The $1,000,000 questions that we should be asking is, are we prepared to make the sacrifice to stamp out crime? Because you can never stamp out corruption. You know what I mean? Corruption will be there. You have to do ethnic cleansing to start corruption. To build a building from scratch is to know the strength of the building, because I cannot build on a whole building. I have to start all the way from bottom. That's why I say from the hash the finish shall rise. Okay? So that are just my quarter cent on the thing, because the politicians are involved, the doctors, the lawyers, you name it. And again, I said crime is to always destabilize a country. So make you poorer, which means you will do anything for cheaper labor costs. And that's the main objective. That's the main objective right now. Yeah, I know what you meant, but that not gonna happen. If you need, if you, if you really understand um the system of Jamaica, you have to go back to 1944. Okay, 1944 we were supposed to get independence, then we didn't. We get it what 18 years later, right? And it's the same process. You, it is like asking a person to be educated and down to earth and to be educated and cockatoo, if that makes sense to you, right? We had a person who believed in the people of Jamaica and who believed in social development. That was Norman Manley, while Bustamante was his cousin, or whatever. Yeah, I think he was his cousin, but he was a trade unionist, and he decided that the best thing to do was divide and conquer. And you know, again, remember these are the same people that sell out the bauxite and the chocolate and them things. And so we have that galore, because they never traveled nowhere yet, so they never see it. And that was the beginning and the end of the downfall. We negotiate independence. No. Instead, they run and go and say, yo, we are going to get this independence, while one man there, England, has sit down and a pencil out, we need to maintain the school, we need this, we need that, we need that. The other man, they say, whoa, we are going to turn communist to the Russian ship them there. What would have been doing, we would have been the Central America, supplying the waters and you name it, all these things to the ships in the world, the good water, the good everything, because that is how the thing work. I don't. So the corrupt levels of government now, you know, normal. The man them a run some levels of corruption, no normal. I assume no want to call no name. The man them a run some corruption, no tap ya so. Long from years so gone around there so, and them no care. So you ask, it is not the issue that the government refuse to do better. Because them not do it. It not benefit them. And doing better must be a beneficial factor. And if you can't benefit, if you can't do a beneficial factor for to get better, then you can't talk to the people. Because you refuse to talk to the people. The people them are the key, and them don't value the people. We went to a community called Tyspin, right? When Bruce Golding switched from the JLP and go farm him own sorry, his own political party. Remember then? And then bring Babs Green over there. Okay. Just just go back and remember that. Suppose J.
All right, my view, I'm going to give my 2 cents on you talk about the main factors on behalf of the crime thing, yeah? Well, sometimes your upbringing, like sometimes like family conditions, you understand, like, you know, your environment, you get me? And more time, you have a thing called peer pressure. That's your word name? Peer pressure. Peer pressure. Yeah. And you get me? And poverty are one of them to still. And yeah, some people when I want to work, my view, I'm not telling a lie. You have some man they don't want to work. Them don't want to work. Them I deal with some shortcut thing. You understand? So at the end of the day, oh you go obtain money in your pocket. Oh you go look after yourself, look after your woman as a man. You know I got thief. You understand? Because what? You don't want to work. You're unemployed. Oh you go get money. I don't know. That are my 2 cents. I don't know if it make no sense.
With regards to crime, there are many factors that affects it. And the three I want to highlight with respect to the topic of the day. One is economic conditions. One's economic conditions determine the path they choose. Poverty level. Yes, some people grow up poor and them choose a different path, you know, them go to school, then find a job, you know, become a very good citizen in society. But some chose the other route, which is taking up crime, to go out there, kill, rob, and steal. Job availability. This is also important because sometimes the youth in the ghetto, so to speak, certain jobs are not readily available to them. So this is also a factor under the economic conditions. Um, Second factor I'm going to talk about is the effective strength of law enforcement agencies. We see what is going on in Jamaica with regards to law enforcement. Yes, they're trying their best, but I think that they could have done more in helping to quell the rise in crime. And they need to devise better strategies, better plan in order to work with citizens. Citizens are afraid to go and give them information because, as what we would say in Jamaica, you have some of the licky police them. They're the same one who's going to carry back their name to their to some of these area leaders done, so to speak. So the citizens are afraid to go to them to say anything. And the third factor I want to highlight is the citizens' attitude towards crime. And what am I saying when I speak of this is that some of these people, when they live in these community, they stay quiet. They don't say anything. And I know my view, TV, you always talk about citizens, they need to come out, and once them come out and talk, then changes can make. Once them highlight certain things, then and show about these guys, then at least some positive can turn can be done within that community. So it's very important for the citizens to have a very positive mindset towards crime, where they want to go out there and actually help to quell the rise in these crimes in these communities. Some of them are pulled with all of these, not all, but some, with these criminal elements. They are the one who sometimes wash the clothes. Yeah, them enjoy spending the money and stuff like that. So that is my three main factors: economic conditions, one; two, the effective strength of law enforcement agencies; and three, citizens' attitude towards crime.
Alright, morning everyone. Me I go kinda give it to you in a way that I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. Personally, from I was young, I've learned this quote: what's the use of the truth if you can't tell a lie sometime? And it means a lot, because no matter what bad title you can give to a person, there's an opposite person for that. So if you can think of a thief, there's somebody who is not going to thief. And the fabric of society breakdown, where the youths them say, what's the use of doing this when we can do this to achieve? And that now go change. It's been around from the beginning of time, catch up with we. But for what it's worth, if you know how to overcome and you have any form of influence which you can lend to the fallen youths of society, just continue doing what you're doing, you know what I mean? Just try to reach one, try to teach one, try to elevate someone, you know what I mean? Try to make them see the light, that it's not always have to be about darkness. We can depend upon politicians because they are not here for us really, they are there for themselves. I keep telling people that politics is just a job, and everyone going to a job to achieve and earn for them family, and I look out for them well-being. It's never much about others, it's about themselves. So if you really feel that you are for others, do your part.
Morning again, my view. Another very good topic and good question in light of what's happening in Jamaica. Alright, my three is: one, criminal intent. So there must be criminal intent. There must be a reason, a mindset to commit the attack. So you must have criminal intent, because you can have a bad environment and not be a criminal. Have no such intent based on a lot of different factors. So my first one is criminal intent. The willingness to commit a crime, the willingness to go against the natural order of the state, to deviate from what is regarded as normal behavior, right? So the first one is criminal intent. The second one is opportunity. If the opportunity don't exist for crime to occur, it will not. If the environment and culture of the community or wherever you are is conducive to crime, then it will happen. So the second one is opportunity. If you don't give criminals the opportunity to commit a robbery by leaving vulnerabilities, yourself exposed, then it won't happen. If you don't lock your gate, check your surroundings, don't give any form of incentive for a crime to happen, it will not happen. It can be debated, that even when you don't have all of that sort of thing, you don't put anything on show, curiosity and criminal intent might override the opportunity. That happen. So nothing is absolute, but that's the next factor. The other factor is benefit and cost. There must be some form of benefit. You would think. Because when we talk about crime nowadays, we talk about crime in its whole entirety. Murders, robbery, rape, theft, burglary. And it would argue that does killing, in terms of gangster crime, in terms of gangsterism, does it benefit a man for kill another? We can't see the benefit, but them see it, because guess what? The benefit to them is power. Power and ego is a benefit to within the gangster world. So while most of us might look at benefits as being monetary, in some form of monetary value, power is a sort of incentive to a criminal, to a gangster, because you move up the ladder, you move up the ranks within a gang if you kill somebody. You might the lines might be very blurred because you can't actually see the movement, but in terms of respect, for make a dopey, give you some form of credibility within a gang. Right? So that's my three: criminal intent, opportunity, and criminal intent, opportunity, and benefits. That's my three. Big up yourself.
Blessed love to each and everyone in the building. Again, my view, big up yourself. Sylvester, Mr. Arlene, big up yourself. You always big me up, More time I just the work and the vibes. You see me I say? Yeah, my view. Back to the topic again. Three things. The youth them too hype, brother. The youth them never mind of them own. You see me I say? And the youth them love follow. And that's the thing there right now, my friend. Anytime you see the youth them can have a mind of them own and be themselves, you know what I mean? And love money and love work. You know what I mean? And let go the hype and certain vibes. The crime will drop low, brother. But until then, I saw it set, brother.
And the feel say, and next thing we cause crime. Yeah? In the ghetto. Ego are one of them. Red eye are one next one of them. Because you have some people red eye. You understand? Them just want you forgot to go work your own and them come take it from you. And some of them lazy. Some of the youth them lazy. Me not like me have some experience with some lazy youth we down there. You understand? Big man a call you tell us them baby mother for go clinic and them a beg money for them baby mother go clinic like a yarn them breed the baby mother a year baby mother too. Before my son drop out, me did have that problem there with him. I said, no, go look at work. Go and go look at work. You understand? Because my granny always say, go look place to put your head before you look place to go put your willy. You understand? So before you go look baby mother, go look at work, get a room so you can afford for mine baby mother and baby. Oh, them youth nowadays now, them are going to breed baby mother, look baby mother, and I go call her foreign, and I go call them mother, say them baby mother want baby clothes, the baby sick. Remember, it happened to me. Them a call me, the baby sick. Alright, to send my money because baby sick. Them say a baby, whether I true or lie. When them come from the hospital, them a call you. Oh, them get prescription. Come on. Them no want work, brother. They don't want no work. So if them no want work, what them a go do? Beg or thief. You understand? You have some little man I gotta tell you, say, them can't go on supermarket, go pack 2 trolley. Them can't go do 2 little security work. Cause the money lily. You understand? A man a bad man. Man not go work for them money there. So where you go to feed them? How you gonna live? Cause without money you can't live. You have to eat food, you have to buy clothes. And you want basil. And you want a spliff. And you want one drink on the corner. Because everybody thinks that I eat that. Other life, most of them want to choose. Nobody no go want the typical get up and go work. Then again, I tell you about our next experience now with some youth I have down there. One next, you have one youth in one area, yeah? Him get up and him go work and do him like a thing. Me I talk to one next youth and I say, look on the youth, that's how him can find work and where. Him say, no why you not what them the boy, because them the boy they are batty man. Because the youth now come pan corner with them, the youth now go come do foolish with them, so them a style of youth. So most of them think that I just eager, because them tell themselves, say, oh, forget to forget work then, or forget work like a supermarket pack to like a trolley then, a batty man think that then, or a fool, you are idiot. I mean, I don't know. Trust me, I don't know, but something I forgot be done. We have to go find some alternative for them youth, yeah, because them are going to tell us, say, yeah, they disrespect them because you send them to go work on site. You understand? Before me come a foreign, you know, me used to work at one black place. Yes, when they met the black them and the black them drive, me used to take the black them and pack them, plot them. Me know for pack black. That's them no collapse. You understand? So, if me a woman and me can do them the work there, why them can't go do them the work there? That's why me not give no lazy man who no want to work my money. Nobody not call me from Jamaica and tell me nothing. Me tell them say me broke too. As them call me, I say what go on. Me say nothing not go on. Make sure I tell them from them say what go on. Yeah, alright. Me say no, nothing not go on. You know. You understand? Trust me.